sadhakas. It's very good that you are regular in trying to understand the truth self through the study of scriptures every day. This is the only way by which positively not only we are in touch with the truth every day, but this is again the only way by which we can stop our mind intellect running haywire into the delusory world of variety of names and forms and samsara. Again, though difficult, tough, but this is the only way by which we can avoid either the boredoms in our life or the lonelinesses in our life. Is it not? Sometimes, though the best things are put around us, still we get bored. And many a times, though the people are around there or not there, we feel lonely. How to combat that loneliness? How to counter that boredom is only by doing the vicharana on the Atma Jnanam through the study of our Shastras. There is no better, best, and true way of spending our time, joyfully jolly way, than in contemplation about the self or the truth, because that helps us go nearer and nearer the self. Thirdly, it is only when we this way come regularly to the classes and get the intellectual information regarding what is the self, its glory, and what is the benefits of identifying with that self or Brahman, that what is the meaning of sadhana, what is the meaning of meditation, all these are clearly known. If the object of meditation is not self, and if the object of meditation self is not thoroughly intellectually grasped, then on what are we meditating? So too, if we don't know what is the sadhya vastu to be gained by which everything gained becomes gained. If we don't know that, then what sadhana are we doing? Are we not only just andhere mein tir marna? We only are just in the darkness, we are shooting the arrow. Lage to lage, na to na lage. So, in this way, by being regular in classes every day, we are helping ourselves in strengthening our knowledge about the truth through the Shastra, and also we are finding a means, a beautiful aspect to engage ourselves in a positive, true way by which neither there is a loneliness nor there is any boredom. And also, this is the only way by which we will not become victim of the outer Maya inner mind. Both are same. Is it not? The outer Maya attracts us and gets us bound. Inner mind also pushes us out into the world and worldliness and makes us stronger in our Jiva Dehadi Upadhi Tadatmya, thus makes us run into the world with variety of sankalpa and continuously makes us a 100% samsari. What is the protection to us? What is the shield to us is only this inquiry about the self, known through this study of Shastra. And you can see the people in the world, including ourselves, other than these class timings or before we started coming to the Upanishad, in what sorts of involvements we were so much involving. And all of them are nothing but the projections of the mind only. Manah prasute vishayana seshan. We didn't even know that all these are projected by mind, involved by me, and I was bound in all these involvements. Whereas the reality is something different. The self is something different. The moksha karana and sadhana are something different, totally different, but we never know. Sometimes in life we have a particular disease, and as a medicine for that, we take something which is actually not a medicine, but it is a one which is increasing that disease. पता ही नहीं चलता हमको. Same way, we are in this world, first of all, sent because of our vasanas and worldliness. Having come into the world, instead of exhausting vasanas and reducing the worldliness and increasing spirituality, if we do the opposite of all the three, spirituality is not at all added, vasanas are added many, again being worldly is becoming more and more. Then we are doing absolutely something wrong, not good for our health, called as a growing or glowing or evolving life. So, this is how every day morning when we are equipping ourselves, that protecting shield we are making around us. Point one. Point two, with these many years of study, along with this, through upasanas, when we are our antakaranas have become more deeper and subtler and purer, and our willingness to the knowing of truth is stronger. Not only this 1 hour is beneficial to us, our listening, but this 1 hour's listening or the knowledge heard or gained keeps us on track throughout the day. अर्ली मॉर्निंग सुन रहे तो दिन भर मन हमारे परमात्मा के विचार में रहता है. Even if you are very busy in the world, but a corner of the mind always remembers. अगर नहीं सुना सुबह, then उठे, चाय पाई हो गया, नहाया खाए, and went into दुनिया, so much of दुनियादारी, never even the thought of God. And some of us, if we are really free from many other entanglements or obligations or botherations or business or any of the duties, more lucky than us is nobody. That after listening to this, we can, having finished whatever minimum required, we can spend as much time as possible and manageable only on the contemplation of the truth, by which our depth of knowledge grows, our width of understanding grows, subtlety grows. Do it in the till afternoon and take few hours rest if required. Again come back in the evening 5 o'clock. उठे, थोड़ा अच्छी तरह जब ध्यान कर ली कुछ समय. Come to class at 6 again. That 1 2 hours of again input. Is it not? How wonderful our life is nowadays. But it has to be qualitatively improved. Quantitatively, we are doing the best. And you can see nowadays in Bhagavatam Dwadasha Skandham how yesterday only one word we have discussed whole day. Na tatra atma swayam jyotihi yo vyakta vyaktayof paraha. In that only na tatra and na tatra atma and swayam jyotihi. Only these words we discussed. And how much of the information gathered. Though we have forgotten most of it because many times we have to listen, again we have to make a notes of it, we have to again refer to that, then be in that thought only for maximum time, then only those things are remembered. Like any of your outer businesses are trying to or having to catch the flight, you go on remembering it so many times that it is registered and remembered at right time. But that much value importance we don't give to Vedanta. Therefore, we don't do the reflection. Therefore, the memory part is little weaker. But if that shortcoming also is removed and we have become genuine, how beautiful is that knowledge? Then yesterday we saw कि घटकुट्यादि सन्निवेदेहे ममाहमिति मूढ़धीः राज्यश्रीन्नद्धमदस्य भूपतेः. How my time is wasted. How wonderfully our Raja Muchukunda ji has told us to do the reflection or introspection. And in Ramayanam, Bhagavan तो कहते हैं, do this upasana, do yajna every day with full shraddha. Iha amutra, everything you will get by my blessings. I'm just reminding ki what beautiful days we are going through. while coming to the classes regularly. The only one good thing we are doing is we are not allowing our justifying mind or our distracting sense organs to take us away from our regular class listening. Rest the Guru Parampara Paramatma is doing of giving us this beautiful knowledge. Again, the Jiva in us, the Sadhaka in us, with open hands takes this knowledge and knows and makes the right use of it. See, will not our life change? And what is the change in life? Spirituality. What is spirituality? Very simple. From the gross becoming subtle. This is spirituality. From the effect going into the cause. From the not self going to the self. From the temporary going into the permanent. From the unreal going into the real. In the understanding and in the abundance. This is in short is spirituality. We are now in the grass, in the outer, in the manyness, in the perishable, in the not self, which is a bondage. Spirituality is becoming more and more subtler and deeper. Clear? So maybe this way help ourselves in our own sadhana while doing this one very important thing. Neither compare with others and become arrogant if you are better, become guilty if you are lesser than others. It is none of our business to compare with others. Not only don't compare, the most another important thing is don't come under any obligations by which your time and mind is wasted for the world. No need. You come karna hai, you know it, you do it. That's enough. Otherwise, our time, mind should be fully reserved for ourselves, for our sadhana. Nobody. You please remember, without our awareness, we keep create so many obligations in our mind of wasting our time, energy for the people in an unwanted fashion or manner. Not required, Uttana. Be ruthless and be strong. You need not wish every day, everybody, and waste your time. Let them wish. You just reply. You focus on the Lord. एक बार शास्त्र सुनना शुरू करते ना, हमारा लक्ष्य भगवान होने लगना चाहिए. जितना लक्ष्य भगवान होने लगता है, मन हमारा, समय हमारा इसी के प्रति यूज करना. दिस इज ट्रू, दिस इज जस्टिफाइबल, अदरवाइज अनजस्टिफाइड. We are only cancelling our own deeds, or we are only blocking the grace of God and Guru. So neither compare with others, no need to, because their life is theirs, ours is ours. Whether they are greater than us or lower than us, all illusion, it's all murkhata. There is nothing like comparison in even the worldly life. How can there be in spirituality when each jiva is going through his own sadhana and prarabdha according to his own evolution? By accident or some reason, we are together for some time. After that jiva speed is different, ours is different. You know, just like वो लाल बत्ती पे सारे गड्डियां रुक जाती है एक ही बार. Once it is removed, कार वाले का स्पीड, बुलेट वाले का स्पीड, स्कूटर वाले का, साइकिल का, पैदल का, अपने स्पीड अपने डायरेक्शन में जाते सारे. So this is one non-comparison. Second is non-obligation. Be ruthless. We are obliged only to God now, only to our spiritual sadhana. If this one thing doesn't come, then we are always extroverted only toward the people, toward the things, toward the works to be done. Then that's not a good sign of a good spiritual seeker. That has to come to us. It's only simple maturity, that's it. We should know and people should know that unless there is a very urgent work, we are not giving time to anyone because we are busy. We have to do yoga sadhana and bring our chitta to ekagra bhumika. We have to do bhakti sadhana and get energy and blessings. We have to do the jnana, shravanam, mananam, chintanam. Thereafter, that jnana ka dhyana mein abhyas. And then we have to go near this. We have to, in this life, before we die, we should enter into sadhana fully. Sadhya, let it come to us after 100 lives, never mind. But what exactly is sadhana? Having known, involving in that, making a habit of it we have to gain in this life. Keep this target. Work towards that target. Squander not, waste not this life in any of the obligations or our own attractions, distractions, or even the lazinesses. ना उससे फिर कोई फायदा नहीं होता. We are not matured. So in this way, very good that we are giving that input to ourselves every day, or allowing the gurus and the God to bless us. Maybe we are so chosen few for some special work. Otherwise, why this bombarding with the Upanishadic, Bhagavata, Ramayana class every day happening? देखो, कृपा है भगवान की कृपा. इसी को कृपा कहते हैं. बाकी सब कृपा नहीं होता, हमारी जबरदस्ती होता है. Bhagavan never blesses us with material things at the cost of spiritual evolution. Bhagavan wants us to evolve spiritually and unite with Him and get liberated from all limitations. Any such opportunities coming in our life or His grace. What about other material things that are gained? They also are His grace, but that is not His choice. It is our zabardasti, our doing variety of insistences, all the insistences, all commands, all jabardastis that are done to force the Lord to give what we want, they are all called tapasyas. Tapasya is that in which we do jabardasti to the Lord to fulfill what we want, though it is binding, other than the jnana tapasyas. Think about it, how important are these things. So, very good, be on the track. Now, let us enjoy our chanting today. Om, 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 Om Sahana Bhavatu, Sahano Bhunaktu, Sahaviryam Karavavahai, Tejasvinavadhetamastu ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Namo Brahmadibhyo Brahma Vidya Sampradaya Kartrubhyo Vamsa Rishibhyo महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः. ओम निधये सर्वविद्यानां विषजे भवरोगिणां गुरवे सर्वलोकानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः. ओम व्यासाय विष्णुरूपाय व्यासरूपाय विष्णवे नमो वै ब्रह्मनिधये वासिष्ठाय नमो नमः. ओम श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानामालयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पाद शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्. ॐ जगतीमवितुं कलिताकृतयो विचरन्ति महामः सच्चलतः अहिमांशुरिवात्र विभासि गुरो भवशङ्करदेशिकमे शरणम्. ॐ ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतम् भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तन्नमामि. फ्रेंड्स, ओम परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे समस्त ब्रह्म विद्याचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो नमः. परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे नमः. वेदव्यास वैशंपायने आज्ञवल्क्य आद्य शंकरादि तैत्तिरीय उपनिषदाचार्येभ्यो नमः. अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः. संकल्पः तेषां सर्वेषां गुरूणां देवतानां कृपया उपनिषदुक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्य बोध सिद्ध्यर्थम अस्मिन् क्षणे एव. I hope you are understanding the sankalpa we are doing every day, or you are sleeping even at that time. Be aware. So in this very moment, to have the anubhuti of self, which is explained in the Upanishads, we are doing the study of Upanishads. So too, for this Sanatana Dharma Vaidika Samskriti, which is a giver of all Purusharthas, may it get spread all over the world. Third one, let everyone who is working for this highest work of reinstating the dharma and moksha, let them be successful, victorious in their endeavors, with all empowerments, protections by the Lord, by removal of all vigna and shatru ityadi, and giving all facilities. That's a sankalpa. सो उपनिषदुक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोधसिद्ध्यर्थं सनातनधर्मस्य वैदिकसंस्कृतेः हैन्दवसंस्कृतेः आध्यात्मिकजीवनस्य अपि पुनरुत्थान पुनर्जागरण विश्वव्याप्तिद्वारा Vishwashanti Kalyana Ekatha Samarasita Praptyartham. This is a special prayer. Vishwashanti, Vishwa Kalyana Ekatha can never become because of the outer bhautika Vishyas. The oneness will come only when the spirituality is awakened. Therefore, we are saying in our Sankalpa, ki let the entire world of beings be protected, synergized with the only possibility of Adhyatma Jnana. So, this is what. अस्यां शुभदतौ श्री कृष्णयजुर्वेदान्तर्गत तैत्तिरीय उपनिषदः पारायणम् आद्यशङ्कर भाष्य समेत अध्ययनं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे आदौ पारायणम् in the Parayanam we are in Tritiya Bhruguvalli 106 paragraph 7th one Anna Brahma Upasana. It has three paras, only that much we will chant today. Om Annam Nanindyat Tadvratam Prano Va Annam Shariramannadam Prane Shariram Pratishtitam Sharire Pranaha Pratishthitah Tadetadannamanye Pratishtitam Saya etadannamanye Pratishtitam Veda Pratitishthati Annavanannado Bhavati Mahan Bhavati Prajaya Pashubhirbrahmavarchasena Mahan Kirtya Annam na Parichakshita Tadvratam Apova Annam Jyotirannadam Apsu Jyoti Pratishtitam Jyotishyapa Pratishthitaah Tadetadannamanye Pratishtitam Saya etadannamanye Pratishtitam Veda Pratitishthati Annavanannado Bhavati Mahan Bhavati Prajaya Pashubhir Brahmavarchasena Mahan Kirtya Annam Bahukurvita Tadvratam Pruthiviva Annam Akashonnadaha Pruthivyam Pratishtitaha Akashe Pruthivi Pratishtita Tadetadannamanye Pratishtitam Saya etadannamanye Pratishtitam Veda Pratitishthati Annavanannado Bhavati Mahan Bhavati Prajaya Pashubhir Brahmavarchasena Mahan Kirtya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Atha Krishna Yajurvedantārgata Taittiriya Upanishado. Om Yasmāt Jātam Jagat Sarvam Yasminneva Pranīyate Yenedam Dharyate Chaiva Tasmai Jnanatmane Namaha Yairime Gurubhi Purvam Pada Vakya Pramanataha Vyakhyataha Sarva Vedantaha Ta Nityam Pranatosmyaham तैत्तिरीयकसारस्य मयाचार्यप्रसादतः विस्पष्टार्थरचयिनां हि व्याख्येयं सम्प्रणीयते शान्तिमन्त्रः ॐ शन्नो मित्रः शं वरुणः शन्नो भवत्वर्यमा शन्न इन्द्रो बृहस्पतिः शन्नो विष्णुरुक्रमः नमो ब्रह्मणे नमस्ते वायो त्वमेव प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्मासि त्वामेव प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्मावादिशं ऋतमवादिशं सत्यमवादिशं तन्मामावीत तद्वक्तारमावीत आवीन्माम् आवेद्वक्तारम् ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ अथ द्वितीया ब्रह्मानन्दवल्ली शान्तिमन्त्रः ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तो सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः. Friends, till yesterday, from last couple of weeks, what we have come to the conclusion of all discussions is this: Ki tasmat tad eva idam. Therefore, that alone is this Brahman. Tasmat tad eva means that Brahman alone idam in this way. In what way? Akasha adi karanam. It became karana for the expression of the karya called as akasha adi, which have become again karana for the subsequent karya called as the world of names and forms. So this Brahman, which is the cause, effected in the Pancha Mahabhutas, which have become the cause in becoming the effects of the Rupa Nama. So tad idam, tadeva idam, akashadi karanam, karyastham. Interesting, important thought, underline it. This karana of the akasha adi called idam brahma is in the karya that is called as akashadi, and unke karya jo hai in the rupanamadi, karyastham, everywhere. Yet not recognizable everywhere. Where he has to be found, he says, parame vyoman, in that supreme space. Not the Chitta Akasha nor the Bhuta Akasha, but in the supreme Akasha. What is the supremacy of this Akasha compared to these two? Is these two Akashas are supported by that. It is independent of these two. That is subtler than these two. That's why the Paramata of that Akasha, which we already earlier also discussed. So the Upalabdesthana of that Brahman, which has expressed as the Karya called as Akashadi, which again in turn have expressed in the form of the Karya called as the Karya Jagatu, Rupanama. That Brahman, who is therefore Karyastham, everywhere there, yet not available for our recognition and realization in them. Then where is he available for our recognition? He is available in Parame Vyoman, in that supreme space. Where is that supreme space? Hrudaya Guhayam Nihitam. In your own cave of the heart, it is seated there. Nihita means very much there. He is available for us. Nihitam Hrudaya Guhayam Nihitam. See, we have seen the entire discussion and the natija of that, the result of that, the summary of that, the synopsis of that, in few words, which become clarity of our understanding regarding sadhana. साधना क्या है, इस विषय को स्पष्ट रूप से ग्रहण करने के लिए अभी तक जो डिस्कशन हुआ उसको सरल रूप में बताने का प्रयत्न. क्या है वो सरल रूप का? वो परब्रह्म परमात्मा जो कारण बने आकाश आदि कार्य के लिए, और जो आकाश आदि कार्य फिर से कारण बने ये रूप नाम आदि जगत के लिए, वो परब्रह्म जो सारे कार्य में विद्यमान है, चाहे वो आकाश आदि पंचभूत हो या उनसे बने हुए रूप नाम जगत हो, सब में विद्यमान हो परब्रह्म, सब जगह नहीं मिलते. कहाँ मिलते हैं? गुहायाम परमे व्योमन. परमे व्योमन, then हृदय गुहायाम. Underline these two things and become clear. Let us not have more continuous vaguenesses in our life regarding our outer life also, regarding our own mind, etc. More importantly, regarding spiritual clarities. देखो बुढ़े इतने हो गए, हम मरने को हुआ, अब तक वी आर नॉट क्लियर हाउ टू डील विद वाइफ, हाउ टू डील विद चिल्ड्रन, हाउ टू मैनेज आवर बॉडी, हाउ टू, सारे टेंटेटिव टेंटेटिव वेगनेस, बस जिंदगी चल ही रहा है. नो वेयर वी आर क्लियर और फर्म. व्हाट इफ फनी थिंग, फिर दिमाग क्यों दिया भगवान? सड़ाने को. वी शुड नॉट हैव वेगनेस. So, by this point, the three things are said. One, from Brahman only, the Karya Rupa, entire Rupa Nama Jagat expressed through Akashadi. Point one, clear. Second is that he is permeating all of them. Third one is what? Yet he is not available anywhere for our recognition to begin with. Then where is he available? These are the things we are saying. We should become very clear about no vagueness. He is available in Parama Akasha. So don't look for him in the Bhuta Akasha, in the outer world, in the names and forms. You will not find him. Don't look for him, the Chitta Akasha in the thoughts. You will not find him. Beyond these two, their third Akasha, that is Parama Vyoma. वहाँ भगवान को ढूंढो वो मिलेंगे वहाँ. That is called as Hrudaya Guhayam. Parame Vyoman is equal to Hrudaya Guha, is equal to the Vijnanamaya Kosha Guha. Okay? In that only you have to discover him. What is Vijnanamaya Kosha? That place where the Jnata, Manta, Drashta, Srota is happening. That place where these are happening. Of course, to become so, for Vijnata, the Buddhi is used. For Manta, the Mana is used. For Drashta, the eyes are used. For becoming Shrota, the ears are used. No doubt. But where is this ear? Through ears, the Shrota is happening. Through the eyes, the Drashta is happening. That place is called as Hridaya Guha, Vijnana Guha. There alone, we have to search for him, though he is all pervading. Now, these things, when you tell people who are not exposed to Vedanta and all, वो believe नहीं करते, उनको समझ में नहीं आता, because they don't have the training or culture. Like somebody said the other day, one of you, not able to understand morning class. Yeah, when you come from beginning regularly, then you are trained in that way to understand. Like if I am suddenly joining in any army camp or a medical camp, suddenly if I join, how can I understand what language they are speaking? We are there right from the beginning. If I am there, then I am developing in myself in understanding it. In the same way, being regular, being continuous, only then slowly will make us clear in our understanding and conviction also. So, such a beautiful thing we are given now, which nobody got so far. Everybody on the name of spirituality, everything they are doing. But in our case, it is very different. Spirituality means only realizing the self. There's no doubt in us. And that self or Brahman or Atman is realized only in the Hrudaya Guha. We have become very clear. Now we have to search it out. What we have to search is known, where it is found, it is understood. Now we have to go inside. This clarity is not there. Therefore, people do japa, upasana, puja, take prasad and enjoy it, go to the theatra, listen to satsang on all texts, do the bhajan, jagrata, kirtan, everything they are doing, not the thing. We are also so far. We are given an opportunity now to do the thing, to get the thing. We have to be very grateful to the Lord, to the Guru Parampara, to the Shruti Mata, and extend or express that gratefulness in the form of really traversing or traveling the path inner to reach to that light self. So, fourth point. First is Parabrahma Paramatma through Sokamayata is the cause of the entire Karya Jagat, starting from Akashadi up to every Rupanama. Second, that Brahman is existing very much in all of them. As what? Satta, existence. Third, yet he is not available anywhere, everywhere for our recognition. Fourth, except in the Parame Vyoman, in that supreme, infinite, unconditional, very sublime space. That's called Paramavyoma. It's not even said conscious space. Because when you use the word consciousness, then you have to use the other word inertness also. So Shruti Mata is very careful here. Bhashyakara is very careful. Where is that Paramavyoma Anubhuti comes to us? It is in the Hrudaya Guhaya. So just pictorially you can make it like this. Two things. One, from the space, suddenly an asteroid or any alien object has come onto the earth. From the empty space, it just came as if. In the same way, from that space of conscious self, be attentive. Slowly the aham bhava, then the dehadi tadatmya, then the thoughts regarding the world, the entire samsara is coming out. And we are bound in that, suffering in that. Everywhere, any example like that, like गन्ने का जूस निकाला, गन्ने में था वो जूस आता ही आते ही ग्लास में या किसी में, our mind is desirous of drinking it. मतलब 100 examples we can give. So too from this conscious infinite space in the heart, when we are not aware of it, when we give a chance to ourselves, the entire the Jiva Bhava, and for him the three Guna Tadatmya, then the three avastha of Jagra Sapna Sushupti, and in them variety of the experiences by contacting so many things. All this sansara is happening. In Nidra, all this gets enfolded in Bija Avastha. And even in Nidra, the common thing to Nidra and common to Jagra Sapna is the non apprehension of reality. Self is not known. So Nidra is the Bija Avastha. Again, everything comes back into when we come out of the Nidra into expression. The self is something different from it. So I'm just telling from the Vyoma, everything is coming and we are caught up in it. Leaving all this, when you can enter into the Vyoma, there we recognize our essential self. And that alone is truth. That alone is Satyam. The next seventh Anuvaka is going to talk elaborately only on that topic. One topic today we have come up to sixth Anuvaka is the Brahman is there as Asti. Clear? Second topic, important one, that Asti Brahman alone is real. Be attentive about this thought. Asti Brahman, Brahman whose nature is existence, alone is real. Therefore, if at all we want the real happiness, it should come from the reality only. If you want a real liberation, it can come from the reality only. From the unreal, how can the happiness come? The real. How from the unreal, how can the liberation come? That is the beautiful thought that is conveyed in the next sloka. Next to this Anuvakam. Brahman is there. Brahman is really there as existence. More important in these two is Brahman, the existence alone is real. And ornaments we are lost in. So we are brought into the recognition that in the ornaments there is gold. Gold is there in the ornaments as substratum of the ornaments. Third, gold alone is there. Where are the ornaments? Think about it. It's only a drushti. When the drushti is on Rupanama, ornaments. But when the drushti became subtler because of intellectual inquiry, that where from these ornaments have come, then we could understand the gold, which was always already there, but we could not recognize because we were not subtle in thinking. We were only gross in our perception. है ना? द इंद्रियों ने जो बताया ये ऑर्नामेंट है, उसको हमने स्वीकार किया। बुद्धि को नहीं यूज किया कि ये ऑर्नामेंट्स कहाँ से आए, इनका आधार क्या है। अब यूज किया, अब पता चल रहा है कि बिहाइंड ऑर्नामेंट ऑर्नामेंट गोल्ड इज देयर। और भी सेटल हो जाओ, मोर एंड मोर दृष्टि इज ओनली ऑन द गोल्ड, वेयर आर द ऑर्नामेंट्स? देन नॉट एट ऑल देयर। इफ इट ऑल देयर, ये भगवान की कृपा से, उनकी महिमा से, उनके अनुग्रह से, उनके परमिशन से, द होल वर्ल्ड ऑफ रूपनामा इज देयर जस्ट लाइक दैट। है ना? इन दैट वर्ड, दैट इज अ वर्ड इन हिंदी और इंग्लिश, खिदमत कहते हैं ना, नॉट खिदमत, फॉर द, उनके खैरियत कहते हैं, खैरियत भी नहीं, खैर कहते हैं सब, उर्दू का शब्द कि भगवान ने ऐसे डाल दी बस भीख, है ना? ऐसे भीख के लिए भिख मंगे को भीख डालते हैं ना, ऐसा भगवान ने अपने सत्ता को भीख के रूप में दिया। Therefore the world of Rupanama are existing. Otherwise, how can they be without the self? That self I am. Now imagine if that self is recognized as a real self in the experience. What a dignity, what a glory. But that will not come to expression. Why? Because that one self alone is there, in whose presence you will show that glory or dignity. है तो एक ही वस्तु। So we are explaining the word guhayam. Parame vyoman guhayam nihitam. Okay. Now, is he there or not? There. Is he there or not as what? Existence. Where every effect which has come from it. But is he cognizable everywhere? No. Where is he cognizable? Parama vyoma. वेर इज दैट परम व्योम हृदय गुहा, यहाँ तक पहुंच गया. In the hृदय गुहा, in what way he is to be recognized as a, then that only those 3-4 steps. What he said here is hृदय गुहायाम निहितम tat pratyaya avbhasa visheshena. This tat pratyaya avbhasa visheshena is a very great idiom or beautiful word. Tat is Brahma. Okay. The tat Brahma's pratyaya is chit consciousness. The chit का विशेषण है चिदाभास. So tat is our goal, Brahma. Pratyaya is consciousness. Avabhasa is chidabhasa. Visheshena means what? The chidabhasa expressing as the visheshanas of drashta, shrota, manta, vijnata. So the visheshana is visheshena. What is the visheshana? Because anything can be recognized only when there are visheshanas. If the visheshanas are not there, how can you, when the whole thing is homogeneous, how can you name it or talk about it? Impossible. No, that was the problem. That we couldn't find Brahman in everything. We couldn't find, though he is there, because Nirvisheshana hai wo. So here Bhagavan is available for us out of his compassion by expressing through Visheshanas. So the Visheshanas are Drashta, Srota, Manta, Vijnata. The focus when it is on Drashta, Srota, Manta, Vijnata, we have become Sadhaka. Before that, where is our focus? Not on Drashta, Srota, but on the Drushya and Shravana Vastu, or on the outer objects which are seen by. The one who is interested in the seen is samsari. The one who is interested in the seer is called as seer. That's why the jnanis are called as seers. Because they are seers of the self. Simple हो गया. एक not at all complicated. ये दृश्य वस्तु पे दृष्टि है तो संसारी. उसके बाद उसको राग द्वेष काम क्रोध एंड भटकते रहते हैं. दृष्टा पे जिनकी दृष्टि हो गई, he starts becoming साधक. So drashta, shrota, manta, vijnatat visheshen. And those specific expressions through each of the upadhi as drashta, shrota. So through the eye drashta, through the ear shrota. कौन बन रहे हैं? That's called avabhasa. That avabhasa is chid avabhasa. The avabhasa किसका है? चित्त का. That called pratyaya here. That pratyaya, which is chit vastu, the chaitanya vastu, वो किनको belong करता है? तत्व. What is तत्व? तत्व always in Vedanta used for Brahma. tat om tat saditi nirdeshaha. Brahmanah trividah smutah. So to tat padam darshitam yena, tat padam darshitam yena. So to tat tvamasi, tat brahma, sa atma, tat tvamasi shveta keto. Tadesha abhyukta. Satyam jnanam anantam brahma, tat tat. So the word tat is Brahman, pratyaya is called Chaitanya Atma, avabhasa is the Chidabhasa, Visheshana is that Chidabhasa with Ahamrutti, Ahamrutti Yukta Chidabhasa, through the eye is becoming seer of the forms, through the ear is becoming the listener of the sounds, through the mouth the speaker of the speech. These are called Visheshana. So this Visheshena Bhagavan is available for us to trace back and reach him in our identity. For that only this world and all. If we know it, then we know the way how to go out from the samsara, enter into moksha. If that is not known, ours is like our Abhimanyu Maharaj. उनको एंटर होना पता है, बाहर आना नहीं पता. Died only. Arjuna knows both. पद्मव्यूह में अंदर कैसे, बाहर कैसे. इज इट नॉट? हमको दोनों पता होना चाहिए. हमको अभी एक पता है कैसे फंसना है दुनिया में, बाहर कैसे जाना, वी आर नॉट एबल टू क्लियर. नाउ दिस थॉट गिव्स अस द क्लैरिटी. Slowly from the visheshana go to the avabhasa, from the avabhasa go to the pratyaya से जाओ तत्व पद में. Our goal is tat is sat. Sat tat is called as अस्तित्व. उसका एक्सप्रेशन है चैतन्य. Chaitanya is expression of Paramatma through our Antakarana for our availability. Our goal is not Chaitanya. Our goal is Sadvastu. Therefore, from now onwards, give only that much value to the consciousness, where it doesn't overpower the existence aspect. Because consciousness always has, in contrast, the inertness. But both are existing. Existence is there in both of them. Therefore, what is the final thing? The existence. Of course, that cannot be through inert. Therefore, it is available or possible through consciousness. Therefore, for the purpose of sadhana, we give importance to consciousness, but not as the goal. Goal is Sat only. Goal is Sat only. Aham Brahma Asmi. Sat Brahma Aham Asmi. Clear? So, how many things we have seen? That Paramatma who is the Karana for the Akashadi. And those Karana Akashadi are the Karana for the Rupanama. So in all Rupanama, the Akasha, etc., Panchamahabhutas are there. In all the Panchamahabhutas, the Paramatma, Parabrahma is there. Therefore, Parabrahma is very much is there in the Karana of the Panchamahabhutas, then Karya of the Nama Rupa Jagat, but not available. Available in Parama Vyoma, which is in Hridaya Guha. And in what form? Tat pratyaya avabhasa visheshena. Tat pratyaya avabhasa visheshena upalabhyamanam. Okay, and when you get the upalabdhi of him, how in what form? Asti iti. And asti iti evam vijaniyat. Therefore, asti. There are two things. One is the doubt is removed, that astiva na astiva, asti. Answer, he is very much there. And how is very much there asti? The entire next Anuvaka is talking about 7 to 10 points to explain to us the Astitva Paramatma. So one is he is there. Second, he is there as what? He is there again as asti only. That is called asti, that is satta, that is called as existence, whatever the words you use. परमात्मा है और है के रूप में ही है. And that है, be attentive, again cannot be objectified or explained in any Visheshanas. Neither explained in any Visheshanas, nor it can be objectified. But for the sake of intellectual understanding, we have come up to this point, if Paramatma is there as is. Is means existence. But that has to be worked out. And the working out is complete only when we experience that isness as our own self, not the body adi, the real self. Because in me also there is existence, because of which I am alive. That's beyond the Panchakoshas. And this existence, that the existence are not two. Remember always, existence objectified becomes two ways problematic. Existence objectified, objects being perishable, existence becomes perishable. Then it loses its name called existence. Is it not? Then what will happen? Another problem, if the existence is object, then who am I? If the object existence is object, then what is the subject? Opposite of the existence, opposite of the object, क्योंकि सब्जेक्ट ऑब्जेक्ट हमेशा अलग होते हैं. सो जब एग्जिस्टेंस ऑब्जेक्ट बन गया तो सब्जेक्ट मैं क्या बनूं? नॉन एग्जिस्टेंट ओनली. These are all logical inquiries. But do I experience that I am not existing? I don't experience. I am existing only. ऐसे हमको अनुभव होता है. So I am existing. A next step is I am existence. So therefore, the Shuddha Satta is Atma Rupena eva we have to gain Anubhava. Because if it is Anatma, one is it is perishable. Second, if it is Anatma, what about me then? If that Anatma is the existence, मैं क्या बनूं? मैं non-existent होऊंगा. But I don't experience I am non-existent. Therefore, that existence has to be me. Therefore, clear thought if you say, what is that? Whole world is nothing but existence. I am also none but existence. This existence, that's not two, this one. Only on that one existence, the drashta, me, the individual jiva, the drushya, the entire world, both are playing, projected. दिस कॉल्ड संसार। एक सत्ता में ज्ञाता और ज्ञेयम, ऐसे दो जो चीजें फेंके गए, और इन दोनों के बीच संबंध ज्ञानम जो चल रहा है, यही अविद्या है, यही माया है, यही संसार। Our job is to recognize and experience that existence. Then the play of seer, seen, knower, known doesn't matter. Like I am permeating as pure existence and consciousness in my body, in every part. Once that is achieved, then in and through every part's functioning, I am there, and the functions are different, but none of them create to samsara to themselves. They don't create samsara to the other parts. Both of them together don't create samsara to me, the one who is owning, who is permeating this body. Have you ever seen there's a fighting between the two organs of the body? दोनों हाथों के बीच, ये हाथ और पैर के बीच में, और हाथ पैर सर. Did we ever see any raga, dvesha, kama, krodha, yuddha? No, but are they same? No, they are different. And yet why? Because through all of them, one I, the self alone, is there. Once the I is recognized, which is one without second, then in the appearances, there can be many with different functions. That doesn't create samsara. Our problem is not the world which is appearing, but the problem is samsara. Samsara happens when we are not abiding in one without second self. If this much we understood, we have understood the essence of Vedanta. And this will be so perfectly, thoroughly explanation के साथ logically example का brought out in seventh Anuvakam. I am afraid of taking it because I don't know, it may take 1 month, 2 months, और कितना लगेगा वो एक एक पद पढ़ाने में. मुझे पढ़ना है पहले, because I want to taste this Upanishad thoroughly, like pura ganne ka juice. That's how we have taken 380 days so far. Still, we are in one and a half portion only. One more Anuvaka. Valli itself is there. It's a very good one. In that, this point is brought. What is that? Non-recognition of the one permeating reality gives the validity reality to the manyness, in which alone there is every samsara of a raga, dvesha, kama, krodha, or any relativity. What is non-samsara? I have to recognize the same self is in me and you. Then play the play that I am the speaker, you are listener. It's a play. None of them are permanent. After class, neither you are listener nor I am speaker. A life can come where you become speaker, I may be listener. या पिछले में आप सब मिलकर मेरे को इतने सुनाए होंगे कि आज आपको लेना पड़ रहा है. These are all relative. But absolutely, you and I are one. Instant, when we recognize it, and all you and I are one, everybody says it without understanding. But if you study the Upanishad, the understanding becomes pakka. We have seen from both. Take every object isolated and inquire the cause of them, you reach to the Brahma Tattva only. Second, study the Upanishad with authority, because Upanishad have authority for everything, for knowledge. With the authority of Upanishad, start from Brahman, that before creation he alone was there. He only desired to become many. He became many by himself dividing in many without anybody's help, because there's nobody to help him. Nobody needed to help him, nobody is existing there to help him. Therefore, he alone became many. To understood in such a way, not like father son, but permeating everything. Therefore, through this Upanishadic knowledge, understanding is this. So too, by the logical thing also, in and through every perceivable thing, we reach to same Brahman. Therefore, Brahman alone is Jagat, Jagat alone is Brahman. First achievement. Second is what? What is my relation with them then? I am also the Brahman only. Therefore, I the Brahman on whom the whole world is projected or created. This knowledge. उसके बाद फिर क्या हमको बाइंड करेगा बताओ? And if we miss this knowledge of oneness and then immediately give reality to manyness, you can never avoid the samsara. Important. That is how asti iti evam vijaniyat iti uktam bhavati. So Brahman asti asti rupena eva it is to be experienced. This stands being spoken. इति उक्तम भवति. बस ये बताया गया और ये बता चुके हैं, अब बता दिया. उक्तम भवति means what? After that whole thing is said, that and the accounts are told, that the clerk or anybody says, साहब जी सब बता दिया मैंने आपको. उक्तम भवति. कहाँ कहाँ गया मैं, क्या क्या खरीदा, क्या क्या कीमत था, कौन सी चीज नहीं मिली, अल्टरनेटिव में क्या लाया. इति उक्तम भवति. Can I go now? Like that. The same way, the conclusion of the sixth Anuvaka is iti uktam bhavati. So again reverse में देखो, एक मिनट में. Brahman is asti. He is to be experienced as asti rupena eva in the hridaya akasha, in the hridaya gufa, in that parama vyoma, which is his upalabdha sthanam. And how he has to be? Tat pratyaya avabhasa visheshena. If this one para is thoroughly understood, you will understand what is meditation. But deeper understanding comes when you start doing so. तो मेरे ही हृदय आकाश में परब्रह्म परमात्मा तत्व प्रत्यय अवभास विशेषण रूप में अवेलेबल है. Okay, from his standpoint, he is first tattva, second avabhasa pratyaya, that is consciousness, third avabhasa, the chidabhasa, fourth as drashta shrota. But my journey is what? First recognize him as drashta shrota manta. Before that, give up value importance to drishyam shravanam or drishya vastu or shravana vastu. Is it not? If you don't give up value to them, then we cannot become focused in these subtler things. तो पर से लेट अस से दृश्य श्रवण सारे वस्तुओं को हमने छोड़ दी. देन कम टू दृष्टा श्रोता. इट्स आवर जर्नी. फ्रॉम हिम गो टू चिदाभास ऑन द सीट ऑफ मेडिटेशन. देन फ्रॉम हिम गो टू द चित कॉन्शियसनेस. एंड द कॉन्शियसनेस इनर्टनेस क्वेश्चन डाउट प्रॉब्लम कम्स. देयरफॉर गो इवन बियॉन्ड दैट एंड रिकॉग्नाइज अस्ति. दैट अस्ति और दैट सत्ता और दैट एक्जिस्टेंस इज मी. I am pure existence. The pure existence is me. And everyone is ultimately the same existence. That way also there need not be any ego that मैं तो बन गया बाबा existence आत्मा. I don't know about others. ये सब नहीं होता. Everyone is same. इति उक्तम भवति. बस आपको हमने जो बताना था बता दिया. अस्ति इति एवं विजानीयात. अस्ति के रूप में जानना है, अस्ति के रूप में अनुभव में लाना है. अस्ति जानीयात is intellectual understanding. Asti evam vijaniyat means you have to experience. And it is already there. By doing all that, we are not creating the Asti Brahma in the heart. So there is no more joke or ridiculous thing than this to say this sentence, because we are proving him to be Asti. He is not created, he is already there. Asti Rupena. Vijaniyat. Vijaniyat means to be experienced. In Vedanta, Vijnana is Anubhuti only. Not just theoretical knowledge. Though it appears to be Vijnana means theoretically thoroughly known, no experience. In all Adhyatmika Jivana, it is experience. The japa is an experience, not a practice. Vairagya is an experience, not a practice. Practice should lead to a natural state of being a Vairagya. So too, the japa is an experience wherein we are at a state reached through japa practice that any time we can focus our mind on any chosen thing. That's the purpose of japa. It is an experience. So to Shamadama Adi are not words, not meanings, not knowledges, experiences. So to Brahma is Sadvastu, is not an understanding, it is an experience. That alone gives moksha. So, iti uktam bhavati. Asti iti evam vijayaniyat. Iti uktam bhavati. See how beautifully Bhagavan has summarized. इसके ऊपर वाले जो 6-7 सेंटेंस है मैंने कल बताया, इसलिए मैंने उसको नहीं लिया. स्ट्रेट अवे वी स्टार्टेड फ्रॉम तस्मात् तदेव इदम, वहां से शुरू किया. प्लीज रिमेंबर, कीप योर उपनिषद मंत्रा बुक साइड पे, कीप योर भाष्य बुक साथ में, देन लिसन व्हाट इज स्पोकन while coordinating, then you will understand. Don't come and sit on the class to oblige me. आप नहीं आए तो स्वामी आत्महत्या करेंगे इसलिए उनके लिए जा रहे हैं. इस भाव में without book, without any pen, paper, don't come like that. We are doing the serious study of Shastra. It is your responsibility and duty to be committed. Otherwise, what will happen? Out of obligation to me, you come, but Bhagwan has given it not to you to oblige me. He came, gave this knowledge or giving this opportunity for you to grow and learn. You will oblige me, but you won't get benefit because you're not doing that work of keeping the book in front and going through every padam, every word, and listening it, every sentence and grasping, oh, इस सेंटेंस का अर्थ ये है, इस पद का अर्थ ये है. अगर ऐसा ज्ञान आप नहीं पा रहे तो आपको आके वेस्ट हो गया टाइम. That happens when you think that you are going to class for somebody else. If you come to class for your sake, then you have to have all these attires of your book, your pen, your notebook, your mind brought there, your conscious attempt. नहीं तो ऐसे उपनिषद 20 बार भी पढ़ा है तो यू कम लाइक इन मेनी एरियाज देर आर सेट ऑफ 50 100 2 people, then they regularly come to any mahatma who comes or who is called by that organization. So they come to oblige the organizers and the listener or the speaker. स्पीकर थिंग्स यार मुझे इतने लोग मिल गए सुनने को, ऐसे कुछ नहीं होता. वो लोग पैसे जैसे पॉलिटिकल रैली में होता है, यू गिव देम सम मनी देन दे कम एंड से जय जयकार. In the same way, there are audience who are fixed. They have nothing to do. Nobody wants them. Therefore, they are available. Therefore, ये महात्मा बुलाते हैं उनको. They listen to every महात्मा like Dhritarashtra. They don't change only because they have not taken it to their heart. And you can see them also. They come ऐसे लटकते टहलते हुए. It have their own choice. अभी इसमें चले जाएंगे, सोएंगे, इधर उधर देखेंगे. These are all the aberrations, very immature, childish aberrations. Unless we cross all of them, become too serious, sincere in our own liberation. For that, knowing that we have to be too serious, sincere in the class, and that seriousness, sincerity is expressed not only in being regular, sincere, but also bringing our book, looking into that, chanting along with me, and seeing the meaning along with me. This is what. ऐसे एक उपनिषद पढ़ लो बस. ऐसे एक बंदा भी है तो मेरा जन्म धन्य. अगर सब आप ऐसे हो तो सोने पे सुहागा. Keep the books, get them. Without book not allowed. Because I'm not a common just any lecturer. कोई टॉपिक लेके बोल दी, मैं भी कर सकता हूँ. बट आई हैव डन इट इन अर्लियर लाइफ. आई हैव टू स्टडी एंड टीच शास्त्र. शास्त्र को ही पकड़कर शास्त्र ही पढ़ा के शास्त्र को प्रचार करना ही मेरा काम है. Not generally talking. Generally, I can talk any Maya. I just remember 20 slokas from all texts. I can talk what is Maya, what is Avidya, what is Bandhanam. I can quote Ahankara, Dehantan, Bandhan, Agnan, Samida, Sasarubhavo, Dhena Mukta, Mukshada, what is Mukshada. I have stock of thousands of slokas in my mind. I can take each topic and talk. That is very entertaining, I tell you. But that's not sadhana. Serious study नहीं हो. It's an entertainment. आज यार उन्होंने भक्ति के बारे में क्या बताया, ज्ञान के बारे में. इट्स एन एंटरटेनमेंट. इफ ए लिसनर सेज कि आज सत्संग मजा आया, दैट मीन्स इट इज एन एंटरटेनमेंट. इफ ही सेज दैट आज के सत्संग में हमने कुछ सीखा है, then it is not an entertainment, it is a real satsang. And that can't happen if it is an abruptly one topic taken and developed from anywhere and spoken systematically as the guru taught to the disciple in the Upanishad, as the disciple has learnt, in the same way we have to learn. All our shastras are like that. Whether they are Shrutis or Smruti or Purana or Itihasa, even the Santavangmayam, abrupt topics है क्या? व्यास भगवान शुरू से लेकर सूत शौनक जी को बिठाएंगे, इसके बाद शुक परीक्षित जी को बिठाएंगे, फिर उनके माध्यम से धीरे धीरे विदुर मैत्रेय जी के संबंध होगा, फिर उद्धव कृष्ण. हाउ वंडरफुल इज द टॉपिक ऑफ डिस्कशन द भक्ति एंड ज्ञान शास्त्र. इट इज नॉट सडनली उद्धव जी पूछा भगवान को जानता है तो बताओ. सो टू इन अवर मुंडका शौनक जी गोज टू दैट अंगिरह अंग्रेज महाराज slowly देव वेदिता वे he develops topic. Here also, first we are taught Upasana for the entire Valli. Slowly we are introduced that Brahma Jnana gives the Param, then Brahma is Satyam Jnanavanantam, and he is found to be found in the Hriday Guha. Now see, Yoveda Nitam Guhayam, and it has concluded here. So, Parame Vyoman Hridaya Guhayam Nihitam. तत् प्रत्यय अभास विशेषेण उपलभ्यमानम अस्ति इति एवं विजानीयात्। सी उपक्रमेण उपसंहार की एकता कितना सुंदर है। 2-3 more times we listen और पक्का हमको आएगा. But again, you can't trust the upadhis of manabuddhi. Anytime they can enter into the worldliness and make us forget all this knowledge which is gained with so much of efforts. Therefore, this knowledge should be kept on practiced till we get the experience. That is why श्रेयो मार्ग में हर तरह का विघ्न होते हैं. They are not vigna as such. But if you don't attend continuously till the realization happens, if you don't attend it, something else we are attending. When something is attended, then this is forgotten. That is how the Maya made. And in that only there is blessing. है कि नहीं? आप जिसमें मन को लगाओगे, मन में वो चीज आता है. ये फैसिलिटी नहीं है तो कभी भी हम स्पिरिचुअल भी नहीं बन सकते. मन को आप स्पिरिचुअल में लगा रहे हो इसलिए स्पिरिचुअलिटी आ रहा है आपको, और उसी मन को दुनिया में लगाया तो दुनिया मन में एंटर हो जाएगा. इट्स एन एडवांटेज. इफ नॉट यूज इट बिकम डिसएडवांटेज. सो यूज इट. लेट अस नॉट स्टॉप till we realize this self. Let us not give it up. This non-giving up, never tiredness, no excuses, continuously being on the path, that commitment, that total Shraddha is the gift we give it to ourselves, to the Guru also, to the God also, that they can continuously guide us and bless us. The moment in between that Shraddha is gone away, that sincerity to know the truth is gone away, neither we listen nor Gurus can tell, because even they tell we are not ready to listen. परमात्मा को पाने तक नहीं रुकना. दैट इज अ मेन थॉट. डोंट से दैट हाँ उपनिषद हो गया एक अब हो गया और दुनिया में फंसेंगे. लाइक दैट सम पीपल डू. दे कम लिसन टू फ्यू क्लासेस एंड दे गेट हो हैप्पी, छोड़ दे. हाउ मेनी आई एम सेइंग इन यूट्यूब. तो हर दिन इतने बंदे आते हैं 2 सेकंड के लिए, 1.5 सेकंड के लिए, बाय मिस्टेक दे लॉग ऑन बिकॉज घंटी बजती होगी. आते ही दूसरी घंटी बजती है, देखो यार. ऐसा नहीं पढ़ा जाता है वेदांत. ऐसा चढ़ेगा ही नहीं दिमाग में. ऐसे लोग कुछ ही होते हैं. एवरीबडी कैन नॉट बी फिट दैट वे. आई अंडरस्टैंड फ्रॉम योर स्टैंड पॉइंट, योर मेंटल कंपल्शंस, इंटेलेक्चुअल other convictions, your outer obligations, your pressures. Not that we don't understand. We are also human beings. We also have gone through all that. But we don't talk much about it because it becomes justification to be worldly. We talk this way only, which is seemingly negative, but it is the only way. The having seen you in that condition, feeling that compassion within our heart alone is the cause because of which the classes are taken. And in those classes, these words of telling that you by your choice only caught up in the world, you have to choose your own spiritual goal. That we tell, even though we know that you have so many compulsions, that also out of compassion only. The one who's intelligent, he will catch it. The one who's emotional, मुझको नहीं पता हम कितने फंसे हुए हैं, फिर भी उनको ऐसे होते हैं स्वामी लोग, नहीं पता हम लोग. Then they never understand the deeper love of the masters, concern of them. And if the master comes to your level of obligation, you pull him down. महाराज जी आपको आ गया ना समझ में मेरा दुख. हाँ, इसी तरह आपको भी बहुत दुख है. सुबह दोपहर को क्लास करते जाते हो, आप भी काम करो, बंद करो. फिर करूँ क्या मैं? आ जाओ मेरे साथ, हम घूमने चलते. This is how the Mahatmas come to do the uddhar of the world, and the worldly people will kidnap them and make them worldly. है कि नहीं बात मजेदार? These have to be added along with the main thing. Please remember, not only listening intellectually, but is it becoming convincing to me? Am I practicing it? If not, what are the obstacles which are in my hand which I have to conquer, which are in the hands of the Lord which I have to pray to remove? देखो ये सब मिलकर साधना होता है. Like when you start a company, you think about every aspect, no? The place, the building, the infrastructure, the human resources, then the production unit, then the packing unit, then the sending, then the billing, then the accounting. आप इतना दिमाग लगाते हो एक चीज में, ये सब लगाओ तभी होता है. ड्राइवर आप है बस, he'll have to mind his own steering, all accelerator, brake, clutches, in the petrol thing, dashboard, The public is seated in that. Then the road, the outside, the traffic coming from that side, the people overtaking, left turn, right turn, red signal, any buffalo coming on the road with speed. How many things he'll have to see? In the same way, if you truly are spiritual, all these aspects are important. At one time comes when we are saturated in listening, the listening becomes secondary, other things become important. What are the other things? Our Shraddha in the Guru, our Shraddha Bhakti in the Shastra, our desire, Jignasa in us to thoroughly understand and experience it. These ingredients, if you don't add, then what will you do? Like many people do. You leave this guru, go to other guru. You leave this text and go for other text. You leave this path and go to the other path. Finally end up in footpath only. That we have to avoid. These things, when we are very intimate to our guru, by giving our heart, he will convey, which are very essential. Otherwise, I'm bhatakti atma. Such disciples are people or seekers. What can the gurus do? Put together all 100 of them, only can sympathize. Good person, but goodness is not sufficient, no? No sincere seeker, but that also is not sufficient. You have to follow the rules. That is important. The rule of being regular, being committed, being totally dedicated, surrendered. इन सब के बिना ये वाला बात नहीं बनता spirituality. You may get some information and you can get neighbors, envy, owners, pride, the horns on the head. Important they are. Clear? Now we study the seventh. Tomorrow when we come, seventh Anuvakam, the Sambandha Bhashyam, and then one by one word, one by one sentence. जैसे आपने श्रद्धा से sixth वाला सुना, because of which in our intellect so many opening ups have happened. So much of opening has happened. Known to you few, unknown to you many. By God's grace, which get opened when you reach to that place. With that intention only, our Guru Parampara was teaching us the subject exhaustively. Really, I appreciate those who were regular in the sixth Anuvaka, which we took for almost 3 weeks. Equally sweeter and more sublime and subtler is the seventh one. Majedar hai wo. And I am not going to rush and gush. I am not obliged to you now. When you are not obliged to me, why should I be? I will do my study thoroughly. One word, one sentence for its complete clarity along with Bhashya. Because these two, sixth and seventh Anuvakas, include the bulk of, essence of the entire Upanishad. So too, our own lives, spiritual understanding, spiritual practice, spiritual experience. Badhiya hai wala. Okay, let us do the chanting today, study tomorrow. Asadva idamagra asit tato vai sadajayato tadatmanaggasvayamakurut tasmat tat sukrutamucchata iti yadvai tat sukrutam raso vai saha रसगह्येवायं लब्ध्वानन्दी भवति को ह्येवान्यात् कः प्राण्यात् यदेष आकाश आनन्दो न स्यात् एष ह्येवानन्दयाति यदा ह्येवैष एतस्मिन् दृश्येनात्म्ये निरुक्ते अनिलयने अभयं प्रतिष्ठां विन्दते अतसो भयं गतो भवते यदा ह्येवैष एतस्मिन्नुदरमन्तरं कुरुते अत तस्य भयं भवते तत्त्वेव भयं विदुषो मन्वानस्य तदप्येष श्लोको भवति. In the traditional our Gurukulas, Guru Maharaj, first he teaches us the chanting, then word to word meaning, then through the Bhashya, thorough understanding. Then he makes everyone to talk again on the literal meaning as well as the understanding through the bhashya of those sentences. And the Guru checks whether everything is understood by him or not. Then he corrects wherever it is to be. Then, once he's satisfied that this para is understood, then the next para, Anuvaka, he takes up. Disciples also thoroughly, so loving, so kind, so they are to the Guru and themselves, they really are committed. इस तरह से होता है. अब मैं पूछूं आपको पांचवा छठे अनुवाक का क्या सारांश है ना? पूरा नहीं बता पाएंगे भाष्य के साथ. दैट टाइप ऑफ स्टडी विथ ड्रिलिंग वी हैव नॉट डन. some life we should do it. Only this Upanishad Adhyanam. Not even Gita Puran. ऐसा छोड़ा हो गया. वो सब lower level. Only Upanishad with Bhashyam. Subhado Parsham, everything. And then Brahma Sutra, let us say. पढ़ लिया, समझ लिया, explain किया, doubts clear किया, and in that contemplation all the time, not only study. What beautiful would be our life. But it all will come with Shuddha Antakaran. शुद्ध अंतःकरण में भगवत भक्ति होती है और जिज्ञासा होता है. हम बहुत बार देख रहे हैं इस बात. एंड दैट विल कम व्हेन वी डू उपासना टू आवर ईश्वर एंड गुरु एंड प्रे टू देम. द प्रेयर इज व्हाट? ओ लॉर्ड, मे आई नॉट बी एन ईगो टू कीप माई सेल्फ अवे फ्रॉम यू. When we are away from Guru, how can we take his blessings away from the God? That's the prayer. Like when I'm away from my Gurudev and all masters, how will they give me the knowledge? How can I understand? How can I talk? And am I an individual, as an individual, capable of doing, knowing all these things, doing? हर घर में पति पत्नी नहीं हो तो खाना भी नहीं खा सकते अपन. वो कोई को बनाना पड़ेगा, कोई को बर्तन मांजना. सच ए डिपेंडेंट फेलोज वी आर. इन स्पिरिचुअलिटी तो टोटली वी आर डिपेंडिंग ऑन गुरुज कृपा. उनके कृपा, उनका आशीर्वाद के बिना एक कदम भी आगे नहीं होएगा, एक शब्द भी नहीं समझेंगे. हाँ, the gimmicks can be done. What I am saying, एक शब्द भी नहीं समझेंगे, आगे नहीं बढ़ेंगे, means genuinely. You can study like any novel, you can read 4 commentaries, you can become intellectually elephantitis person with all intellectual knowledge, but transformation will not. We are not here for intellectual bulging. We are here to become sadhakas to reach the siddhi. That will not happen without Guru Kripa. And all understood thing makes us arrogant, misuse here and there, or forgotten. That knowledge which is forgotten, that knowledge which is misused, what is the use of it? है कि नहीं? ये वाली बहुत कीमती वाली बात. So we have chanted this 7th Anuvakam. It is wonderful. I'll really tell you. The first line itself is a shocking sentence. ऐसी उपनिषद श्रुति माता का है ना, डरना नहीं किसी से. And this whole Anuvaka talks about the two things, the egolessness and fearlessness, or egolessness and desirelessness. Very strongly they talk about. We are going to see. Shruti Mata has no ego, no desire. She is fearless to talk in such a manner that all our notions are blasted. Ignorances are burnt away. The delusions are just washed off, warded off. Wonderful it is. Thank you. Om 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 Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Sri Guru Bhyo Paramanashibhyo Parabrahmane Shrutimatre Namah. Om Tat Sat. Brahmarpanamastu. No.